The grid is being formed at Lytton for the final for the RX150 Rallycross Championship. It is round 3, and the dominant driver all weekend has been Patrick O'Donovan. He is new to the category this weekend. He has not been headed thus far, whether it has been in a heat or a final. He dominated yesterday, he's dominated today, and so he's on pole position with Steve Jones, the man that was the championship leader coming into the weekend, alongside, and Chris Hoy on the outside of the front row. The famous Sir Chris Hoy adapting to yet another racing machine. John McGuinness is on the second row of the grid with his son Ewan alongside. The third row, Billy Alexander, Jess Hawkins and Duncan Cowper, but we don't have Brett Harris, sadly, from the back of the grid. Mechanical problems struck him earlier on in the day and have kept him out of Q3 and of this final. So Brett Harris is a non-starter. That gives us 8 then for the final. Jess Hawkins, one to watch on the back row. But can Patrick O'Donovan win every race he starts this weekend in his first outing in RX150s? Let's find out as away they go. Good getaway by John McGuinness in the red buggy then as he powers his way up past Stephen Jones, who was a bit sluggish out of the blocks. Down towards Chessons they go for the first time. One goes Joker, but the leader is going to be O'Donovan. The green buggy to watch, that is Jessica Hawkins. Round the outside then, trying to gain places at the expense of others and doing so pretty easily at the moment. Going fourth then as they dive down to the elbow on the inside line there. Chris Hoy makes a move against John McGuinness, two of the more famous names in the entry. And up the hill they go then with Patrick O'Donovan trying to get away, way out wide up the curb. Jessica Hawkins, who's coming under attack, look, as they break for the elbow, side by side for second on the inside McGuinness, on the outside Hoy, and Hawkins comes into the mix as well, all of which means it's a great battle with Steve Jones in fifth behind them, but it also means that the leader is getting away, so escaping up the road is Patrick O'Donovan at the end of lap 1 of 6 then as they dance their way across the loose. O'Donovan onto the rough, turns his way around Chessons then, sideways, corrects it. He's moved up from juniors, so much more power, different format of racing for him in a sense. And the tail-happy RX150 is very light but very powerful, seeming to suit him. Now in second place, look, you've got John McGuinness in the background, Jessica Hawkins closing on him as up the hill goes Patrick O'Donovan. He's made that step from the juniors to the RX150s. His father, Ollie O'Donovan, has been the prime mover behind this category for many, many years now. And down the hill comes the Miami blue-hued RX150. Patrick O'Donovan, who has been saying all weekend the real opposition is going to be from Jessica Hawkins. She's showing good pace again, but he's stuck. Look behind John McGuinness here. John raced and indeed rolled a supercar here yesterday. Raced RX150s back at the August meeting, and now has his mirrors relieved because Jessica Hawkins goes for the Joker lap. Needs to try and get out ahead of that little battle pack that's heading her way. She will just about do so, yes, fending off Ewan McGuinness. So Jessica Hawkins hangs on to third, the best of those that have made the Joker run. Behind her, there is Ewan McGuinness, there's Chris Hoy, who's dropped back a little bit, then there's Stephen Jones ahead of Duncan Cowper. That's Jones, championship leader by winning here back in August, or he was the championship leader. Things are going to be a bit different maybe by the end of the weekend with these 2-round wins potentially for O'Donovan. So POD leads the pack there, Jessica Hawkins keeping the rest of them at bay, but of course the question mark is, and she's got a problem. She's got a problem again, slows down towards paddock and peels to one side. She's had all sorts of mechanical woes and they've struck again. Jessica Hawkins out of the race. In Q1, it broke on its way to the line. In Q3, it slowed late race, and in this race, it retires hurt as well. So Jess Hawkins out of it. I was about to ask the question whether or not she'll be able to hang on to position relative to John McGuinness after McGuinness Jokers. It doesn't matter anymore, sadly. She's out of the race. John McGuinness is second, and Patrick O'Donovan is going to win it, isn't he? Because unless he has a disaster, he has got the pace and he has got a healthy gap over everybody else. He can just now consolidate this to the very end. Down he comes, turns sharp right, onto the loose, through paddock, up towards the line. Battle on lower down then. We've got Stephen Jones looking to try to gain a place here at the expense of Chris Hoy. This is now the third place battle, in fact, so the Olympic legend Chris Hoy goes through and still being chased by Steve Jones, who uses lots of real estate in his quest to get onto terms with Hoy. Up front then, there is McGuinness, goes through, powering his way now on towards the Devil's Elbow. Patrick O'Donovan, I think he's going to joker on that last lap because we're on lap 5 of the 6. John McGuinness is another one that's yet to serve the joker lap as well. So 8 starters, 7 to finish. Patrick O'Donovan, with a quick check of the mirror, comes downhill then, and has certainly shown that he's going to be very hard to beat in the final event in the championship, proposed to be at the start of 2021, just given how well he's gone this weekend. He's got the last lap board now as he goes through and goes for the joker. John McGuinness is second, and John getting the hang of all of this rallycross lark now. He jokers this time for third and fourth then. The battle is still on. There they are. Look, Chris Hoy versus Stephen Jones. And are they going to gain a place at the expense of McGuinness? Yes for Hoy, and almost yes for Jones then, as they come overlapping off the loose. A bit of a brush between them, and it's McGuinness that gets fired out wide off the road briefly. There is Patrick O'Donovan then. He leads the way. It's going to be a dominant win for him, but for second place now, it is Chris Hoy ahead of Stephen Jones, and John McGuinness, having raced so well early on, is down in fourth, rather delayed after that little brush with Stephen Jones then coming off the joker lap. But O'Donovan is into paddock, the checkered flag is at the ready, and Patrick O'Donovan makes it 2 out of 2 this weekend in the RX150 Rallycross Championship. Patrick O'Donovan wins every race he has started in one of these cars over the weekend. Second is Chris Hoy, and third, Stephen Jones. For fourth, John McGuinness comes through. Fifth is going to go the way of Duncan Cowper, who was a retirement yesterday in the final. Sixth behind him is Ewan McGuinness. And what about for seventh place? That will be Billy Alexander, the last finisher. So Patrick O'Donovan makes it 2 final victories across the 2 days here at Lytton. His maiden outing in RX150s has been mighty impressive indeed. Third, Stephen Jones, the winner in August here. Second, Chris Hoy, but Patrick O'Donovan is the winner of the RX150 final.